Russian red foxes, Mick and Nick, short for Mikhail and Nikolai, came to Austin Zoo after they were confiscated by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Department when they arrived in Dallas-Fort Worth after being purchased by a gentleman in Austin. Mick and Nick were born in 2011 in April, one day apart, and they were raised at the Institute in Siberia, where the folks are trying to domesticate foxes into pets. They've been doing this for about 60 years now. A gentleman in Texas decided that he was going to purchase 2 of them through an internet broker, and so he did just that. He purchased them, had one sold to a young lady in the northern United States. The other one he still was trying to place and sell, and had the shipping permits and everything in order to bring them out of Russia and then get them into the U.S. Unfortunately, he didn't do his homework very well and had them flown into a state, Texas, where the laws say that you cannot own a native wildlife species as a pet. Red foxes are one of the species of animals that is literally found just about in every corner of the world. So when Mick and Nick arrived at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, U.S. Fish and Wildlife authorities seized them, turned them over to Texas Parks and Wildlife officials, and they then put them into quarantine and began the process of trying to figure out what was going to happen to Mick and Nick. One of them had a botched castration surgery, so needed medical attention. So the animals were transferred to a veterinary clinic, and a young lady, vet tech, took care of them while they were working through the legal system and the confiscation. The gentleman who had purchased them said if he couldn't have them, he would rather have them euthanized. After about a month passed, the time came when they had not found a place to put them, and the decision was made that they needed to be put down. The young lady who had been working with them and caring for them couldn't do that when push came to shove, and instead turned around and called the shipper and said, "Can't we do something?" They contacted Texas Parks and Wildlife, and they contacted us. When I learned what the situation was, we immediately said yes, go. They climb trees, as you can see from this habitat, which has a top on it. They are very proficient climbers. They are very playful. They love to play with each other. They were actually born a day apart, so they have developed this wonderful relationship and live here as best friends. And that's how Mick and Nick came to Austin Zoo.